Now what I'm going to show you how to do is reset the tubing so that you guys can practice at home with the priming and an IV tubing set. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with this. You have your set that you've just primed, and what we're going to do is we're going to take it apart and reset it. So you're going to take the IV bag off the pump or the tray that you have or the clip, and if you have a hemostat, which is one of these devices, you can come in and clamp it. If you don't, all you'll need to do is set it against something that can hold the bag. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the sterile spike, and I'm going to put the cover back on that you took off before. And I'll show you what it looks like if you use a hemostat on these, so that it'll clamp it shut so that it won't leak all over. Because once we have that collagen plug out of there, it no longer will maintain and have any way to keep the fluid in. So now what I need to do is reset the tubing here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my roller clamp. But when you guys do this, you have to be careful that you don't allow the fluid column to get below the anti-reflux valve, which is right here. If you do, your tubing will airlock, and it'll be a lot harder to reset. So I'm going to make sure that the spike is loose on the spike cover is loose. I'm going to open my roller clamp to allow the fluid to start dripping down and out of the drip chamber here, and I'm going to watch it slowly come down. I'm going to have control of my roller clamp the entire time to make sure that I don't miss it and allow it to go down too low. So here it comes down the tubing, and right before it gets to the reflux valve, I'm going to stop. So my tubing, fluid in the tubing is right here. Now that this is done, I'm going to put my sterile spike cover on nice and tight. My roller clamp is down, and I'm going to come down here and I'm going to reset this by taking off the orange clip by loosening it and pulling it down, taking this off, and then I'm going to recover it with the blue cap that you had in your container first, and I'm going to put this orange clip back in its package the way that you had it, which is like this, and covered like that. Now the last thing you can do is you can rewind up your tubing like it was in the container, and the only thing that's going to be different about this when you reprime your tubing is that there's already some fluid in there, so it's going to drip right from the get-go, and that your roller clamp will start in the off position. Remember that when you open new tubing, the roller clamp is always in the open position when it was sterilized at the company. So other than that, now you have it back to what it was before. So you have your tubing, you have your clip, and you have your IV bag ready to go. And that's resetting your tubing for practice.